I'm your host, Rick Shields. I'm here with co-host Guy. Had a good weekend, pal?
Yep.
While this seems just like any normal Rick Shields podcast intro with Guy Charnak laughing his head off over a simple, normal question, this episode quickly turned into Rick Shields' darkest accusation yet. Watch as we get into the topic of LIV and the LIV Golf marketing for their second season. And also note the dismissive attitude in the beginning when Rick Shields pretends he doesn't even know where the first LIV Golf event is being held.
LIV is back this week, I believe.
Yes.
So
Is
it's
it Mexico they're in?
I must admit,
I'm pretty sure it's Mexico, Mexico, the first tournament. I've got no idea about the golf course to go and play at.
No.
It might have played a host event, a tour event there before. I've got no idea.
The first event of the 2023 LIV Golf season begins on Friday at El Camaleon Golf Course at Mayakoba, a venue on the PGA Tour since 2007. Nothing like a golf podcast where neither guy knows anything about golf. But at least this time that Rick Shields is doing his podcast, he isn't out there somewhere making golf instructional videos that ruin people's golf swings.
What do you think just on that, though? What do you think on some of LIV's promotional stuff they've done?
Questionable.
You're also going to think that Rick's analysis of the LIV Golf promotional videos is questionable once you see how Rick and Guy read way too much into it. And I'm hoping this isn't Rick and Guy doing some type of projecting.
Okay, elaborate.
I think it's been awful.
Yeah.
I really do.
Rick laments the fact that LIV Golf Tour has these huge names like Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, etc. And their promo video features this.
When you've got Bryson DeChambeau playing air guitar.
Maybe Bryson playing air guitar with a golf club isn't the best idea, but we can't expect Bryson to get a face tattoo to draw on the youth of today.
They've obviously really trying to push this team element now this year.
Correct.
Thanks for the natural segue into the LIV Golf teams this year, Rick. I'll discuss all the teams at the end of this video, but we've got to focus on the insinuation that Rick Shields has made about LIV Golf. Rick states that he at least knows a few more of the LIV Golf team names, such as the Clique,
Talk, and Smashers, and Grabbers, and...
It would actually be a step up if Guy would watch some old Johnny Carson shows, look at Ed McMahon, and see what Ed McMahon does. Instead of that long, awkward, staccato laugh, just say, yes!
Hitters and
The
whackers.
Banter Boys.
Yes, Guy just came up with the Banter Boys. Anyone in the UK, please let me know if that's a UK saying or a UK thing.
But I must admit, some of the press that's come out has been, what's the right word? Just a bit below par.
Rick, it's not just below par. If it is what you are claiming it to be, it's actually a crime. Rick states that he feels that last year's LIV Golf promotional videos were better than this year's.
This role has almost been a bit too comical.
Again, comical isn't the word I'd use to describe what Rick is insinuating. Rick brings up one video in particular. It involves a minor.
Which team should I support?
Why should I support your team?
Why support the High Flyers?
And you've got Phil Mickelson hitting this flop shot and saying, this is why you should support us.
So now a young girl has asked each of these captains why she should support their team. Phil Mickelson obviously hits a flop shot. That's his way of flexing. And now we get to the heart of the matter.
You know, you've got Sergio Garcia kind of slightly oddly saying, you need to support us because we're the best looking team.
Whoa, don't forget the fireballs. The most passionate, best looking guys.
So incredibly, Rick and Guy, both with straight faces, try to frame this as if it's another episode of To Catch a Predator.
So if you've not seen this advert for LIV, I'm sure a lot of you listening and watching have, but there's a little girl who says, why should I support you? And all the players kind of answer. And I didn't think of this until you said it, but it's a bit weird that I think it's the second person that comes on screen, which is Sergio, says something like, and we're the best looking.
Folks at home, let me know what you think. Do you think that Rick and Guy are out of line trying to frame this LIV promotional video as grooming of a minor?
I just felt like
Yeah, when you think
that
about
was
the
a
fact,
bit
it's a bit weird. It's like
weird
a
when you actually
7-year-old girl that's asking the question.
because it wasn't as if it was the young girl and then it moved to someone else.
Yeah.
As you can see, the title of this video is not clickbait. Rick and Guy continue with building up a case for grooming of a minor.
Like if it was the young girl, then the next question was from somebody else, it might work. But the question was always from this young girl.
The natural thing for Rick to say at this point is, Your Honor, I rest my case. The week prior to the podcast episode, Rick Shields also put out a YouTube video titled, I bought random golfers any clubs they want. And there's Rick Shields waving money at a young man. So this is Rick Shields describing that he is going to buy his subscribers some golf clubs at the PGA Superstore. Very oddly, he decides to send out this random message, meet here now. He doesn't know who's going to show up. And then you have Rick Shields, middle-aged man, lurking behind a store, just waiting. Nothing to see here, folks. And then, lo and behold, a young man shows up. Rick Shields buys many young men golf clubs and golf apparel during this episode. You tell me what's shady.
Are you against LIV in a one-word answer?
I'm not against it.
A one-word answer in this case, Rick, would have been no. Folks at home, again, get in the comment section. Do you think that Rick and Guy are against the LIV Golf Tour?
Am I excited about it this week? No. If they throw in a few more new names, does that add to the excitement? There's rumours going around about a few players going.
Thomas Peters.
But they don't seem like real big names.
In terms of the guys who've just joined in the past few weeks or so, you've got Brendan Steele. He's a 3-time tour winner. And he also joined with Danny Lee and Dean Burmester. You also have Thomas Peters, and those guys join along with Mito Pereira and Sebastian Munoz. Beside Mito Pereira and potentially Thomas Peters, not really big names. As promised, I'm going to go through the 2023 LIV Golf teams. We've got 12 teams, and I'm going to give you who I think will finish in the top 3 and which team will win it this year. Let's begin. First, we've got the 4 aces with DJ, Pat Perez, Patrick Reed, and Peter Uihlein. Definitely top 3 this year. The Cliques with Martin Keimer, Richard Bland, Graham McDowell, and Bernd Wiesberger. Bet no money on them. Crushers with Bryson, Paul Casey, CH3, Anirban Lahiri. 50-50 if they'll even be a top 5 team this year. There's a lot that can go wrong with Bryson DeChambeau's game right now. He looks like a man without a nation now that he's left Cobra and Puma. Fireballs with Sergio, Abraham Ancer, Eugenio Chacarra, and Carlos Ortiz. Top 3 for sure. High Flyers with Phil Mickelson, James Piot, Brendan Steele, Cameron Tringali. If they finish top 8, I'll be surprised this year. Ironheads, Kevin Na, Siwon Kim, Danny Lee, Scott Vincent. Bottom 4. Majestics, Ian Poulter, Henrik Stenson, Lee Westwood, Sam Horsfield. Middle of the pack team. Range Goats, Bubba Watson, Thomas Peters, HV3, and Taylor Gooch. They'll finish 4th or 5th. Ripper GC, Cameron Smith, Matt Jones, Mark Leishman, Jediah Morgan. A lot of potential here. Top 6. I won't put any more money on them than that. Brooks Koepka, Chase Koepka, Jason Kokrak, Matthew Wolf are on Smash GC. I think they finish in the 4 to 8 position. Not in the top 3, not in the bottom 3. Stinger GC, Louis Oosthuizen, Dean Burmester, Brandon Grace, Charles Schwartzel. Again, 4 to 8 position. Torque GC, Joaquin Niemann, David Puig, Sebastian Munoz, Mito Pereira, top 3. Yes, I know I've chosen the 2 Latin teams along with 4 aces to be my top 3 teams this year. And now, drum roll please. Which team do I think is going to win in 2023? And that answer is none other than the Fireballs with, again, Sergio Garcia, Abraham Ancer, Eugenio Chacarra, and Carlos Ortiz. And you're going to ask me, Big Boy Pants Golf, why, when you look into your crystal ball, do you think that the Fireballs are going to win. And it's simple. It's because they're the most passionate and best looking. Here are my special announcements so far for the LIV Golf 2023 season. I'm going to start doing some podcast episodes with Pro Golf Critic from Twitter. He's an interesting cat, got a great history, great knowledge of the game, and it's going to be awesome to riff with him about the upcoming LIV Golf season as the tournaments progress.
Hey, Big Boy Pants Golf and everybody at home. This is Jay, a.k.a. Not Dr. J, a.k.a. Pro Golf Critic. And it's great to be on YouTube's hottest golf channel.
Let me know if you like Pro Golf Critic on Big Boy Pants Golf. Because if you don't, I'll drop him faster than Rick Shields dropped Peter Finch. I'm also going to challenge the golf YouTubers Peter Finch and James Robinson to a weight loss competition. So I'm going to constantly be in a caloric deficit, and as such, it's an opportunity for anyone at home to be on episodes of Big Boy Pants Golf, YouTube's hottest golf channel. So hit me up at bigboypantsgolf@gmail.com and make your dreams come true.